I used to be one of those people who would wake up every morning feeling like I was already behind, like there were a million things I needed to do, and somehow I never had enough time to do any of them properly. You know that feeling when you're rushing from one thing to another, but you're not really getting anywhere? That was me for the longest time, until I realized something that completely changed how I think about time management. The thing is, we're taught that time management is about cramming more stuff into your day, about being more efficient, more productive. But that's actually backwards. What I discovered is that real time management is about saying no to the right things, so you can say yes to what actually matters. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First thing that changed everything for me was this idea I call the energy audit. Instead of just looking at what you have to do, look at what drains your energy versus what gives you energy. I started writing down everything I did for like 3 days, and next to each thing I put either a plus sign if it gave me energy or a minus sign if it drained me. The results were crazy. I was spending like 60% of my time on minus activities, things that left me feeling exhausted and stressed. For example, I realized I was spending 2 hours every morning just checking emails and social media before I even started my actual work. That was putting me in this reactive, stressed out mindset for the entire day. So I changed it. I moved all that stuff to like 2 p.m. when my energy naturally dips anyway. And suddenly, my mornings became so much more productive and calm. Another thing that really helped me was what I call time blocking, but not the way most people do it. Most people try to schedule every single minute of their day, which just makes you feel trapped. Instead, I block out big chunks of time for different types of activities. Like I have a creative block from 9 to 11 a.m. where I do all my deep work. Then I have an admin block in the afternoon for emails and scheduling stuff. This way I'm not constantly switching between different types of thinking. But here's the key thing that most time management advice misses completely. You need buffer time, like actual empty space in your schedule. I used to pack my days so tight that if one thing ran over, everything else got messed up. Now I deliberately leave 30 minutes between bigger tasks. And honestly, those buffer zones often become the most valuable parts of my day. That's when I have my best ideas, or when I can actually help a friend who needs something. Something else I wish someone told me earlier is that saying no gets easier the more you do it. I used to say yes to everything because I didn't want to disappoint people, but then I was disappointing everyone, including myself, because I was always stressed and running late. Now when someone asks me to do something, I take like 10 seconds to think, is this something that aligns with what I actually want to accomplish this year? If it's not, I just say, hey, I'd love to help, but I'm really focused on a few specific things right now. One practical thing you can try today is the 2-minute rule. If something takes less than 2 minutes, just do it right away. Don't add it to your to-do list. Don't think about it. Just bang it out. This prevents all those little tasks from piling up and creating this mental clutter that makes everything feel overwhelming. I reply to texts immediately now. I put dishes in the dishwasher right after eating. I file important documents as soon as I get them. These tiny actions add up to hours of mental space. Also, I started batch processing similar tasks. Instead of answering emails throughout the day, I answer them all at once. Instead of making individual trips to the store, I plan one big grocery run every week. This reduces what they call task switching, which is actually exhausting for your brain, even though it doesn't feel like it. But probably the most important thing is learning to distinguish between urgent and important. Most of the stuff that feels urgent really isn't important, and most of the important stuff doesn't feel urgent. I keep a little note on my desk that says, Will this matter in 5 years? For like 80% of the things stressing me out, the answer is no. So I either delegate them, do them quickly, or just let them go. Here's something weird that helped me a lot. I started treating my time like money. If someone asked me to spend $50 on something random, I'd think about it. But I was giving away hours of my time without thinking twice. Now I ask myself, is this worth 3 hours of my life? Because that's what I'm actually spending. I also realized I was trying to be perfect at everything, which was making everything take way longer than it needed to. I started asking myself, what's good enough for this task? Some things need to be perfect, like important presentations or anything involving safety, but most things just need to be good enough to move forward. This probably saved me like 10 hours a week. One more thing that really helped is having a shutdown ritual at the end of each day. I spend 5 minutes writing down what I accomplished and what I need to do tomorrow. Then I literally close my laptop and say, I'm done. This prevents work thoughts from following me around all evening. Look, I'm not saying I have this all figured out. There are still days when I feel overwhelmed and behind. But these strategies have made such a huge difference in how I feel about time. Instead of feeling like time is happening to me, I feel like I'm actually in control of how I spend it. The crazy thing is, when you start managing your time this way, you actually end up with more free time, not less, because you're not wasting energy on stuff that doesn't matter. You're not constantly stressed about what you should be doing instead. You can actually relax and enjoy the time you have. So here's what I want you to try. Pick just one of these ideas, maybe the energy audit or the buffer time thing, and try it for 1 week. Just 1 week. Don't try to change everything at once, because that never works. Just focus on one small change and see how it feels. I bet you'll notice a difference pretty quickly. If this helped you at all, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, because I'm trying to make more videos about this kind of stuff. Practical ways to make life less stressful and more enjoyable. And if you have your own time management tips, definitely leave them in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas. Anyway, I hope this was useful, and I hope you can reclaim some of your time back. Because honestly, you deserve to feel in control of your days, instead of feeling like they're controlling you. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.